Hey, fourth grade flutes. How you guys doing? I miss you. Hope everything's going well. All right, so for today's lesson, I have my flute together. Let's just start out with our head joint, as always. All right, go ahead, find that sweet spot. Good, do some tonguing. Remember, pretend like you're spitting out like there's a watermelon seed in your mouth. Your tongue does not actually come out of your mouth at all. It doesn't come between your lips. Awesome. Cool. Make sure nobody's puffing their cheeks. All right. Good. I'm going to put my head joint onto my flute. Make sure it's lined up. Always check your flute. Remember, make sure we still have some of this discolored part of the head joint showing, right? We don't push it all the way into the body of the flute. All right, awesome. Then we're ready to go. We're going to start out with our warm-up today. It is same as last time, long tones, so we're going to use whole notes. All right, let's go with, we're going to start on our B flat. We're going to do a long whole note on our B flat. Whole note looks like this, and it gets how many beats? 4. All right, whole note is empty inside, no lines going up and down, and it gets 4 beats. So let's play our B flat. So we've got thumb, pointer finger here, and pinky here. B flat. Check for your B flat. Make sure your finger's in the right spot. If you're not sure where your fingers need to be, pause the video and open your book, and it shows all of your fingerings in your book. All right, play your B flat with me and hold it. Awesome. Here we go. B flat with a whole note. 4 beats. 1, 2, ready, go. Great. Now let's go to our C. So all I'm going to do is lift my thumb and lift my pointer finger, and we've got a C. Right? So this is how the flute should look to you. You got your pointer finger and your pinky down. That's it. My left pointer finger and my right pinky. Okay, here we go. C, play the note and hold it. Awesome, here we go. Holding it for a whole note. 2, ready, and good. Make sure you count to 4 in your head as you play it. And then our last one is our D. Remember switching all of our fingers. Thumb, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Pinky up, pointer finger up. That's it. Well, we got both pinkies up and our pointer finger up. That's the only thing that's up. Everything else is down. Here we go. Play your D. Good. If it doesn't sound the same as mine, pause the video and look in your book for your fingerings. Here we go. Whole note on the D. Ready? And great. Now, we are going to stay on the D. Don't move your fingers. Stay on the D. Okay. We're going to play 4 quarter notes on the D. Quarter notes look like this. The line can go up or it can go down. It doesn't matter. So remember, it's colored in and it has a line. All right, that's a quarter note. We're going to play 4 quarter notes, and we're going to practice our tonguing on the D. Fingers on the D. Thumb, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 2, 4 quarter notes, go. Switch your fingers to the C. Pointer finger, pinky, everything else up. C, 4 quarter notes, ready, go. And then B flat, thumb, pointer, pinky. Ready? 4 quarter notes, and awesome. Cool. That is such a good warm-up. It's so important to always do some kind of warm-up like that every time we practice. Awesome, guys. All right, we are going to now open our book to page 6. Page 6 in our book. And we're going to start with a review song first. So we're going to play number 1.10, Rhythm Rendezvous, is our review song. So this one we did last week, and yeah, it's definitely a little tricky. Here we go. Rhythm Rendezvous. We have to move our fingers a lot, so we need to be ready for this. Here we go. From the beginning, Rhythm Rendezvous. And 1. So B flat first. Thumb, pointer, pointer, pinky. This should hopefully be review. All right, so we should be able to play straight through this because this we worked on last week. And 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest. All right, so guys, if that was at all tricky, then I want you to go back to last week's video and work on that stuff on that page a lot more. Right now, we are really focused on practicing switching our fingers, right? We've got B flats, we've got C's and D's, and that's all we need to really focus on are those 3 notes and making sure we know where our fingers go, all right? Like, make it into a game. We've talked about this a bunch. Like, just practice. B flat, C. Here we go. Do this with me. B flat, C, D, C, B flat, C, B flat, C, D, C, B flat, C, D, C, B flat. All right, awesome. Have someone quiz you at home. Every day, work on those fingerings and just go back and forth between them because it'll make playing these songs like Rhythm Rendezvous so much easier. All right. Okay, awesome. So hopefully you were able to stay with me when we played that song just now, Rhythm Rendezvous. If not, like I said, go back, work on those fingerings because once you do, you'll be able to play it. Let's do it one more time a little faster. Rhythm Rendezvous, starting on our B flat. Here we go. During the rest, switch to the next note. All right, here we go. 2, B flat, ready, go. Rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest. All right, as soon as you play the note, then you need to switch your fingers to the next note and always look ahead to see what's coming next. All right. Okay, guys, now let's look over at the next page. So, the top of the next page, page 7, we're going to start this stuff today. Now, right up here, take a look at your book. Half notes and whole notes. So, we've already been doing stuff with whole notes. Now, we're going to add half notes to that. So, first it's talking about half notes. 2 beats of sound. All right, right here it talks about that. Now, underneath it talks about whole notes. It's 4 beats of sound, right? So, I mean, it makes sense because a whole note takes up like an entire measure. So a measure is like right here, right? So we have these things called bar lines. So that's a bar line. And that's a bar line. That line going straight down on the staff, right? That's a bar line. Now, a whole note, this one right here, takes up that whole entire measure. And look underneath, it gets 4 beats. 4 beats for that whole note. Okay, a half note over here, it looks kind of like a whole note, except a half note is empty inside also, and it has a line going down, or the line can go up. It doesn't matter. All right, now a half note takes up half of the measure because there's something else right here taking up the other half, right? So it only takes up half the measure, and underneath, 3, 4. So that's just getting 2 beats, right? Because the first 2 beats, it got this rest, okay? So the half note gets these 2 beats, all right? And that's the time you actually play because it's a note. All right, so a half note is half of a whole note, right? So a whole note gets 4 beats. A half note takes up half the measure, and it gets 2 beats. right? So this was our whole note. It gets 4 beats. This is our half note, and it gets 2 beats. All right, awesome. So take a look there. Number 1.11, going places. All right, so the same 3 notes we've been doing, B flat, C, and D. Now, it's going to have half notes, like at the beginning. The first measure, 2 half notes on B flat. So we hold them for 2 beats, all right? And then we have a rest. Now, there's 2 different kinds of rests that we're now going to have. And if you look over here, it's talking about those rests. Half rests and whole rests. Now, a half rest looks like that. A whole rest looks like that. They look pretty similar, right? Let me show you the difference. Okay, we've already done whole notes a bunch, so we'll start with whole rest. This is a whole rest. Notice that there's this is like the line of the staff. Now, the line of the staff is there. The rest is right underneath it. So, if you were to be walking along this line, you'd fall into that hole. So, a whole rest is like a hole in the ground. That's what it looks like. A whole rest gets 4 beats. A half rest is on top of that line of the staff. And a half rest, you could draw like Abraham Lincoln's head right there, right? And it kind of looks like a top hat. So a half rest looks like a hat. Half rest looks like a hat. Whole rest looks like a hole in the ground. 2 beats of rest for the half rest. 4 beats of rest for the whole rest. All right, look in your song. What is that first one that you see in Going Places? If you cut off the sides of the staff next to it and leave a little bit sticking out, does it look like a hat or does it look like a hole in the ground? It looks like a hat, right? So that is a half rest, 2 beats. Now, come over to here. This one right here. Does that one look like a hat or a hole in the ground? It looks like a hole in the ground, right? So that gets 4 beats of silence. Okay, so that's how you're going to remember the difference between a half rest and a whole rest. So let's look at 1.11, Going Places. Let's air band it first, and then we're going to play it. So first note is a B flat. So let's go through the fingerings and say the names of the notes. I'm going to say the first 3 measures with you, and then you're going to say the rest by yourself, but we're going to go through together with practicing our fingers. Here we go. So from the very beginning, say these notes with me and put your fingers down. Ready? Go. B flat, B flat, rest, rest, D, C. 1, 2, move your fingers, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, hopefully you said the names of those notes as we practice going through our fingers. All right, guys, let's try playing this one. If you want to pause the video and air band it some more, go for it, because I want you to be able to stay with me as we play it. And if you don't think you'll be able to, pause the video, air band. It's going to help, I promise. Here we go, from the beginning. When you're ready, play it with me. Beginning, B flat. 1, 2, ready, and good, stop right there. Are you tonguing? We got to make sure we're tonguing, even if it's just a half note. All of the notes we play right now, we should be tonguing. All right? Quarter notes, so put your fingers on your B flat. Just tongue quarter notes. We're used to that. 2, 2, 2, 2. Now tongue half note. It's the same thing. You just hold the note longer. Now tongue a whole note. That's it. And you tongued every note. Okay, that's what we always should do. From the beginning, one more time, Going Places, tonguing every note. 2, B flat, and 1, 2, job. All right, awesome. Let's go to number 1.12. This is the last song we're going to do today. All right, so 1.12, countdown. Now, right above the song, it's talking about something new in the blue box. It is called a fermata. And this is what a fermata looks like. This is the musical symbol of a fermata. It looks like kind of like an eagle's eye, like the dot with a line over top, right? Anytime you have a fermata, it means you're going to hold the note longer than usual. So the fermata note in this song is at the very, very end. Right there, right? So that note right there normally gets how many beats? Because it's a whole note. It gets 4 beats. So if it has a fermata, I'm going to hold it for like 5 or 6 beats. All right, let's play this. From the beginning on our B flat, air band it first. Here we go. 2, air band it, and B flat, rest, rest. C, C, D, B flat, rest. Now you say it. One, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I almost forgot. Hopefully you didn't forget. All right, let's try it. As flutes, you're just going to hold it as long as you can, and that's all you can do. If it means you run out of breath after 5 beats, that's okay. Even if you run out of breath right now after 3 beats, it's okay. You're playing flute. All right, here we go. From the beginning, 1.12, countdown. Let's give it a try. If you need to pause the video and airband it, do that. 2, B flat, and 1, 2. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Awesome. Hopefully you remembered that fermata and just did your best with holding that note out. Guys, this week, I want you to do a really quick survey at some point this week. You don't have to do it right now, but sometime, just so that I know what kinds of things you've been practicing and so that I know who's been practicing. And so in the description below the title of this video is a link to that survey. Go ahead and fill it out some point this week. It also gives you a place to fill in if you need anything else from me. Okay? I hope that you have a great week. Happy practicing, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye, guys.